Thank you so much for joining me. I'm Jonathan Mills Patrick, and welcome to my series, What Investors Are Looking For. And in this lesson, I'd like to talk about other investors being in the deal. Investors absolutely love it when someone else outside of the founding team and outside of your family has invested in your opportunity. What do you think that tells them? Most likely, assuming that they respect the opinion of the other investor, that tells them that somebody else besides them thinks that you have a great idea with a great team, with a great market size, with intellectual property, and all the other things we've talked about along the lines. So investors love it when other investors are involved. Now, there's one caveat to that. If the other investor has gotten a huge chunk of equity, it could be cost prohibitive for new investors to come in. So when you raise your money, be sure you're giving up the proper amount of equity based on a good valuation for the capital that you raise. If you give up too much on the front end, then there's not a lot of room for other investors that are interested to come in. But investors do love it when other investors come in. I actually will add one more caveat to that, so we're talking about two caveats here. It can't just be any investor. And I talked about it can't be the founders, or it can't be friends, probably can't be family as well. As a matter of fact, if this is a very savvy institutional type investor in a later round, just because say a wealthy entrepreneur in your city invested in your company doesn't necessarily make it more attractive to a institutional investor like a venture capitalist. So it does depend on the type of investor that got involved in your opportunity, but still, if someone invested outside of that core group, it still shows that there is something there that at least someone else was interested in, and maybe you should be too. So investors love an opportunity where other investors are already out there. As a matter of fact, in Silicon Valley, it's more than common for groups of investors to jump into a deal that, say, Kleiner Perkins or one of the larger firms gets into first. So they love to do what's called piggybacking. Investors love when other investors are involved, as long as it was a clean deal. So a few tidbits along the way. Hope you enjoyed it. Appreciate your time. Take care.